Forget everything you thought you knew about table tennis rubber. In this sport, the blade is the soul, but the rubber is the heart, the engine, the very magic that transforms a simple block of wood into a weapon of spin and speed. The year is 2024, and the name on everyone's lips, from Tokyo to Dusseldorf to Beijing, is Butterfly Ricochet. Is it a genuine revolution or merely a marketing masterstroke? To understand, we must embark on a technical odyssey, tracing the seismic shifts that have defined modern table tennis. Our story begins in the pre-Tenergy era, a period often referred to as the age of alchemy and volatile organic compounds. Before 2008, professional table tennis was a symphony played on a chemical high. The star performer wasn't the player, it was speed glue. This wasn't mere adhesive, it was a volatile cocktail of organic solvents that players would slather onto their rubber sponges before every match. Its mechanics were toxic yet fascinating science. Solvents like toluene would permeate the natural or synthetic rubber sponge, causing it to expand and become radically more elastic. This expanded sponge then acted like a compressed spring. Upon ball impact, it would decompress violently, launching the ball with unprecedented velocity and spin. The unmistakable crack of a speed glue racket became the anthem of the entire era. The effect was utterly mesmerizing. Loops were nuclear, and rallies were blindingly fast. But the cost was immense, encompassing serious health risks for players, an uneven playing field, and a sport wholly reliant on a fugitive chemical high. The ITTF's 2008 ban on speed glue wasn't just a rule change, it was an extinction-level event for the sport as everyone knew it. The pressing question hanging in the air was, who would evolve? Butterfly's answer was not a simple adaptation, it was a complete paradigm shift. The Tenergy Zyre-05 arrived not with a whisper, but with a bang that would echo for an entire decade. Its secret weapon was the groundbreaking spring sponge. This was no ordinary sponge, it was a meticulously engineered foam, packed with billions of microscopic, elastic gas bubbles, each functioning as an individual nanospring. This spring sponge generated its own explosive rebound internally. It compressed and released with a ferocity that perfectly mimicked speed glue, but from within its own structure, making those toxic catalysts completely obsolete. Butterfly didn't just offer one solution, they offered a complete ecosystem with the Tenergy Trinity. The Tenergy Zyre-05 featured dense, vertical pimples for maximum spin. The Tenergy 64 had sparser pimples for blistering speed. The Tenergy 80 offered a perfectly balanced profile. The impact was both immediate and absolute. Tenergy became the undisputed gold standard. Chang Jike achieved his historic Grand Slam with it. Legends like Timo Boll and Dimitrij Ovtcharov built their careers upon it. For over a decade, it was the king. Tenergy wasn't just a rubber, It was the very definition of modern power. Yet, progress once again disrupted the equilibrium. The ITTF's introduction of the larger, heavier, and less spinny 40 plastic ball was a direct challenge to Tenergy's reign. This new ball was slower. It demanded more control, and it neutered the iconic crack that players loved. Butterfly's response was Dignics. This was not another revolution, but rather a sophisticated evolution. Built on the advanced Spring Sponge X platform, Dignics was engineered for this new, brutish reality. The Spring Sponge X was tuned to be harder and more resilient. This increased dwell time significantly, allowing players to grind more spin out of the stubborn plastic ball. A particular masterstroke was the Dignics 09C, which introduced a slightly tacky top sheet, a clever nod to Chinese rubber philosophy, to dramatically enhance grip and control. Furthermore, Dignics was built to last, a crucial feature for professionals who train at the highest intensity. If Tenergy was a brilliant, explosive youth, then Dignics was the composed, powerful adult. It traded some raw catapult for impeccable control and stability, swiftly becoming the weapon of choice for a game now defined by longer, more strategic rallies. While Butterfly fortified its position, its rivals began to pursue a different technical path, the thin-topsheet paradigm. The theory was elegantly simple. A thinner top sheet allows for a thicker sponge within the ITTF's strict 4.0 mm limit. A thicker sponge can store and release more energy, thereby boosting speed and spin. Brands like Donic Bluestorm championed this with their thin top sheet Max Sponge mantra. Others, such as Zyre-07 and Tibha Evolution MXP, also explored similar architectural concepts. However, this pioneering approach came with critical and undeniable flaws. The thin top sheets were notoriously prone to tearing and wearing out quickly, leading to durability nightmares. Players often complained of a lack of feedback, describing a disconnected, superficial, or shallow feeling because the ball couldn't sink properly into the sponge. Ultimately, the exciting gains in speed and spin came at a very steep price, a major sacrifice in precision and control. Butterfly carefully observed, analyzed, and bided its time. They would not just blindly join the trend, they would wait to conquer it. The Ricochet is Butterfly's masterful synthesis and the definitive answer to a question they let others ask first. While not officially confirmed by the company, evidence strongly suggests that RICO is an acronym for Revolutionary Integrated Control Optimization. This isn't just a name, it's a core mission statement. Butterfly didn't just make another thin top sheet, they defined a completely new standard with surgical precision, backed by patent JP7428448. The top sheet is precision engineered to a radically thin 1.3 mm to 1.6 mm. Its pimple structure, designated as code number 303, is geometrically optimized to provide immense structural integrity to the ultra-thin surface, effectively preventing deformation. The patent specifies exact pimple density and coverage ratios, ensuring unprecedented consistency from every single sheet. This is where Butterfly's engineering genius truly shines, as they solve the inherited flaws that plague earlier attempts. They claim an unprecedented 40% increase in durability over the Dicnix 05, thanks to a revolutionary new rubber compound and the fortified pimple structure. The true masterstroke, however, is the sublime feel. By marrying the thin top sheet to the latest Spring Sponge X, Butterfly miraculously retains the coveted dwell time and deep connected feeling that all other thin top sheets had to sacrifice. The ball sinks deliciously into the sponge before being violently ejected. This allows for instantaneous energy transfer to the massive Spring Sponge X core. The final result is a terrifying combination of plastic ball breaking speed and a dense, heavy spin that feels like it belongs to the beloved celluloid era. Butterfly now proudly offers a holy trinity of performance for every possible playstyle. Tenergy remains the classic, explosive feel, the people's champion. Dicnix is the controlled, stoic powerhouse, the strategist's choice. And Ricochet is the precision-guided instrument of destruction, for the player who demands the absolute technical edge and will accept nothing less. The journey from Tenergy to Dicnix to Ricochet is more than a simple timeline of products. It is a powerful testament to a company that has mastered the art of strategic innovation. Butterfly doesn't necessarily invent every idea, but they perfect them. They observe the competitive landscape, identify the most promising winning concepts, and then deploy their superior R&D capabilities to deliver not just a product, but the definitive version of that product. Ricochet is not a revolution born in a vacuum. It is the calculated, technically sublime evolution of a concept, refined to a degree others could not achieve. It is the perfect fusion of the raw power of the past with the precision control of the future. So, is it truly revolutionary? For any player who experiences its blistering speed and uncanny control firsthand, the answer will be a resounding and definitive yes. The king is dead. Long live the king. The story of spin is forever being rewritten. The question now is, are you ready to wield the pen? Your next chapter begins with a single revolutionary touch.